Well, welcome back, people, to Roost Studios Tekkit 1.2.9G Let's Play series, and this is episode 14. Okay, and as you can hear above, the tree farm's merrily chopping away trees, but I want to confirm with you my glitch that I found in the planter. I logged off and logged back on again. To see if just to confirm what I'm doing, and that tree just going mad, chopping everything down. But what I wanted to confirm with you is I set up the planter to organise all the different coloured saplings, and when I log back in again, everything had disappeared. So I don't know how to keep that stuff in the filter, or whether it's just a glitch with the game. But I found I could never get it to work, and I'd always put them back in there, and I'd always come back again, and it'd always be gone again. So I just gave up and didn't bother about it, and I'll just let this fill up. And what I used to do is pick 2 or 3 colours, and then block the rest out with dirt, so that I'd get those colours would fill up and then give me saplings, because I can use the saplings for a dye. But that's basically it. So the tree's still working. I'm not fussed. What I will do is advance the rubber saplings a little bit, because I do want rubber saplings. Now we're getting a heap of what the other things. What else have I done while I've been away? I'll just duck back into my port here, and I've made an extra item for our network, and this little item up here is called a MEIO port. Now you need this if you want to start upgrading your disk drives. So, for example, I want to say you want to upgrade disk drive to the next one up, or whatever, and you need to transfer the items out of your disk drives and back into the system. So you can empty out your disk drives. So what you can do is let me just get a disk drive now for you, and I'll show you. We'll grab a big one. Oops, too many. Let's delete a few of those. Okay, and we'll grab these ones here. That one, right? Now we have a look at our system now. There's very little in there, right? Because it's all the drives are out here. Now, if we just grab our empty ones, wherever they are, that's an empty one, empty one, empty one. That's full. That's full. That's full. That's full. All right, we'll put one back because I have. Notice there's still nothing in your system. Let me just grab another one just to show. Put that in there and plug him there. So your system's now empty, other than the wood that we're gathering madly from our tree farm. You can see it grows fairly quick, and all our goods are in these disk drives here. Now to get them back into the system. Say these are you wanted to upgrade your drives and stuff, you plonk the things into the I/O ports here, okay, and then just sit back. Alright, they're emptying now, and you can see your items starting to come back into your system again. So that's how you empty out your goods out of your disk drives and back into your ME network, and there they're all back in there again. Okay, so I'll just delete those now. Okay, don't need that, don't need that. Okay, and that's how it works. And you can do the same with the fluid, your fluid drives. You want to upgrade your fluid drives. So basically, what you do is you make your new ones, your upgrades. You take your old ones out, put the new ones in there, and then just pop your old ones back into the I/O port, and it basically empties them out, puts them into the new drives. All right, to make the MEIO port, it's just a simple matter of. Where are we? There we go. It's another basic processor, a couple of drives. So it's a fairly expensive one. We know how to make a basic processor. The ME drives again, basic processors and whatnot. Okay, so go into your NEI mod, look up the recipe, and start manufacturing those, because that's you're going to need that if you want to upgrade your drives. Now I've also upgraded my fluid drive, so that this one here is on my fluid drives now, And when you look into it, we now have 62 buckets of sludge. Now that's all coming out of the tree farm. And what we're going to do now is we are going to set up our sludge boiler so that we can start farming back and make use of all the sludge. So what we need to do is type in sludge here. There's our sludge boiler. It's a fairly straightforward recipe. Clear that. So we need plastic to start with. Grab those. We need a bucket. We need to get some make a bucket. I think that was there. Some furnaces. I think I've got some furnaces here. If I don't, they're in. Oh yeah, there they are. A couple of furnaces. We need our machine frame. Got some of those left. Some iron. And our redstone widget. What's it called? Redstone reception coil. Yeah, our redstone bar. I'm not going to say that every time we do it. So there's our sludge boiler. Alright, and I think that's all you need. We need to grab our... what do we need? We're extracting out, so we're going to need a ME fluid interface. And we're going to need... and I have a fluid interface right here. Fluid, there we go, there's a couple there, let's grab one of those. And I think we're going to need a ME interface, which I also have right here. Get in there. Just type in interface, there it is there. Okay, so we've got one of those each. Now, do we need... We may not need a fluid interface, actually. We may need a fluid export bus. Do I have one of those? Yes, I do. There we go. So I'll grab that. I need some cable. That's all I need there. So everything else is in the... I can access from down here. So I'm going to head down here again. Okay, and I've made a room at the back here for our sludge boiler. Now, the sludge boiler, you've got to be careful when you start using this. If you get too close to it, like within 3 blocks, you start getting poisoned with it. So it's a pretty nasty, toxic process. And I need cable here. There's some cable, and I need some hardened coil, some of that, and that should be about it. So when I turn this on, you'll see all the fluid start happening, and it will start to produce some just some cheap stuff. It doesn't produce a lot of flash expensive things like gold or emeralds or anything. It just gives you all the cheap stuff: gold, cobblestone, sand, and it's pretty handy to have that sort of stuff as an ongoing build up, because you do use and process a lot of that stuff through the game. And it gets rid of all the sludge. So we put the sludge boiler down. Which way did it face? So it doesn't have a face of much at all. Now I'll get our hardened energy conduit, and I'll run it from here down to here. Yep, I'll go through here. And I'll just pop it underneath. Like that. Now it's not poisonous to us yet because it's got no sludge in it, but there's plenty of power there. Now we need a fluid export bus, which will put it into, and we also need the item interface to bring stuff out of the boiler. So we put the interface there. Let's run the cable down through here. there, and we'll put our fluid export bus there. Now the export bus, it still won't put anything in there. You have to actually tell it what you want to put into the fluid. So we're still safe at this stage. I just need my wrench to turn this around. There we go. So I still shouldn't have anything in there. Nope. And all we do is we then just grab a bar and put it there to connect to our. So what's going to happen is fluid's going to go into there. It's going to make the items here, and it's going to put the items into here and send it back into our ME network system. So I'll just come back up here, go to our access terminal, get some facades. I might need to make some more facades. I think I only have 4 left. So one there, one there. Oh no, we're good. So let's just knock that off for now. For the facade there. And put our interface back on. Oh, sorry, our export bus back on. There we go. And then some covers should do the trick. Got stacks of covers. Okay. There, 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 there. Okay, nice and neat. I'll put some glass here so we can see it. And I need to make, hope we got, do I have another cover there? No, I need to make one. So, okay. Back in a sec. I've just got to go and manufacture something. I might actually make another terminal as well, another crafting terminal, and place it here as well while we're at it. So bear with me. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are back again, and I've just made a crafting terminal, and I plonk that down there, and there we go. So now what we can do is we can just go and make ourselves our holy covers and place one right here. There we go. Nice and neat. And I'm going to put some glass in here so we can see what's going on there. There and there. And I might just, now what we've got to do, what I have to do now is I have to go back to the base and get a bucket of sludge to filter in. So what we'll do is I'll head back here just quickly. And make ourselves a bucket. Here we go, got one. Now to get items out of this, we've got 76 buckets now. To get our items out of this area here, there's 2 little ports down here. You grab a bucket, place it in the outside one, and you get a bucket of sludge back. To empty it, you get the full bucket, place it in the outside one, and it empties it and gives you an empty bucket back. Sometimes it gets a bit glitchy, but you just click out of that. So then so what we want is we grab a bucket of sludge. Okay, we head back to our sludge boiler. And as soon as I put this in there, you'll notice that we start getting poisoned, because it'll start loading up the sludge. So I'll whack this in here. There it is. And it should start filling up. There we go. And you can notice we're starting to get a bit ill, as you can see. Hunger and poison. So we now know it's working merrily. We'll block that up, and now that sludge boiler is boiling away and getting rid of all of our sludge for us safely, because now we're not going to be able to be within range of it to poison us. There we go. And we're now getting items into our access terminal here. Things like sand and cobblestone and dirt and bits and pieces, which is all good. And that's our sludge. So that's taking care of the sludge system on our mine factory. Let's go back to the fluid terminal and have a quick look at that. Right, 67. it is processing it. It'll end up going down. There we go, 66 buckets. You can see there. So that'll just keep working its way down and just keep plonking away with our sludge. So that's how you make a sludge boiler, and the room and processing it. So it's all pretty straightforward, that one. I'm going to finish it here. There's a nice quick tutorial. If you're enjoying these episodes, please like and subscribe to them. I will endeavour to keep doing. I'm going to keep building this until we end up on Mars somewhere, which is a fair way away. And there's a whole heap of stuff we can do yet. We'll do a bit more work on the reactor, and we'll do a bit of work on. We're going to start getting our wool farm and our meat farm happening over there with our cows and things. Okay, so yeah, please like and share, it helps me out, and I will see you on the next tutorial. Bye for now.